channel. Welcome back. It's so good to have you here. If you're seeing this face for the first time, my name is Ruth Okon and I create content on God, marriage, a lifestyle, love. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, please kindly subscribe to our channel so that whenever we post new videos you would be the first to know. Okay, thank you. And for our returning subscribers, thank you for stopping by. So very quickly today I will just be talking about something that is really important, something that relates to everyone and even me. I'll be sharing a part of my story. I'll be talking about battling with low self-esteem. Now, what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is simply an opinion you have of yourself, an opinion you have of yourself, not an opinion someone else has of you, but an opinion you have of yourself. And healthy self-esteem is very, very important for growth, for good productivity, and for success. So if you have ever battled with low self-esteem, please comment down below. Tell us how you got through it, what contributed to you having, that low self-esteem, and let's learn from you. On this channel rather, we learn and we relearn. Okay, thank you so much to all. First of all, I didn't grow up in a toxic environment. I had supportive parents, I had very supportive siblings. I guess my own problem of low self-esteem started with the friends I hung out with right from primary school. Okay, so I always hung out with people that were bullies. Let me use that word. Yeah, I hung out with kids or people that were bullies. So I was bullied, and I think because I couldn't speak up for myself, because I couldn't stand up for myself, I slided into low self-esteem. I had low self-esteem as a child, as a teenager growing up, and I would be begging other people to be my friends, and it was so terrible. In fact, as I think of it today, I wonder, I don't know, it must have been something really tough to go through as a child. I can't even imagine it. So I would share my gifts, I would offer gifts in return for friendship, asking you to be my friend. I don't know if you can relate. If you've ever been in this position before, please comment down below and tell us, at what point did you begin to give, or what did you give in exchange for friendship, as someone that battled with low self-esteem. So, and the result I always got was negative, because of course, certainly you can't get real friends that way. You can't beg people to be your friends. It won't work out. You won't have real friends. So my secondary school, I went to a boarding house, and I would even give my provisions at the expense of my own comfort. The provisions that my parents would buy for me. When I go to boarding school, I would give them out at the expense of my own comfort, just for people, or just for them, or just for certain persons to be my friends. You get. So I struggled with it, and it even affected my grades in school. It affected my scores. It affected the way I communicated and related with other children. I always felt my opinion would not count while others are contributing in class. I always kept quiet. And one thing, there are times when I know the correct answer, but the fear of speaking out, I would rather keep quiet because I don't want other people to notice me. No. In fact, what I'm going to say might be wrong. And at the end of the day, by the time the teacher says, oh, so nobody knows the answer, and say this is the answer, I'll be like, oh, but that's the answer I got. You see, it affected everything about me. So it was very, very bad. And at the long run, when I wanted to write my WAEC, it affected my grades. I wanted to think that first to 10th position is not for me. Just imagine that kind of mindset, that first to 10th position is not for me. And I'll begin to list or mention the names of the people in my class then. say, oh, first position is for this one will take second, this one is for third, this one is for fourth, but I would not mention my name, meaning that I'd already zeroed my mind that I can't be among first 10. I'd already put a limit for myself. It was that terrible. In fact, having a low self-esteem, it's I don't know how to put it. It just affects everything. It just affects everything, and that's why I'm here to share my story, encourage you, and then give you tips on how you can overcome low self-esteem. Okay. All right. Number 1 point is recognize what you are good at. Please recognize what you are good at means find out what makes you happy. Find out what you do effortlessly without someone pushing you. What you do and feel fulfilled. Yes. And then let me go back to me. I began after I had failed my WAEC, and then I got back. That break between that period and then the next sitting. Because I had to join the next batch for the WAEC exam. That period was my defining moment because I began to look for solutions. I knew that this cannot, I won't grow if I continue like this. And I began to read books, listen to people, and I found out that I was good at business. I loved doing business. I loved trading, okay? And the first thing I did was ask my mom for a money, for capital. I said, oh mom, I want to start a groundnut business, and thankfully she gave me, I think, 200 naira. She gave me money, and I started the groundnut business. Ladies and gentlemen, it will surprise you to know that only that first single step I made helped me. I began to come out because I found out that I could actually grow something. I found out that I could actually be happy or be good at something because I began to keep stock of my business. I began to notice that I was developing myself in communicating with my customers, because if someone buys a bottle of granite from me and this granite is supposed to finish like in 2 weeks, whenever I see that person again, either in church or anywhere, I'll be like, Sama, don't you want granite again? Okay, and then they'll be like, okay, bring 2 bottles for me next time. My communication skills developed, begin to come up. I began to find my courage because I had to face my fears to do business. You have to face your fears to do business. So it really, really helped me. It really helped making my profit, going back again to buy, coming to sell, making profits, and money was growing in my hand. It helped me build my self-confidence. Now, number 2, build positive relationships. Build positive relationships. Surround yourself not with bullies, not with people that do not like you when you shine more than them, not with people that always want you to be in their shadow. No. Surround yourself with people that will always want to cheer you on, people that are not afraid of your success, friends that are not afraid of you even making it or even going higher in something or even being as good at something, more than them. Surround yourself with such kind of people. Please do not be afraid to walk away from friends that are afraid to let you shine. Do not be afraid of that. It is part of your growth. It is part of your journey of living low self-esteem. So, number 3, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Even the people that you see around, the celebrities on the internet, the successful people around us, they make mistakes. Yeah, they do. And even though the internet makes everybody's life look very perfect, nobody's life is perfect. Yes, take it from me. Nobody's life is perfect. The person you are gushing over, oh my gosh, his or her life is not perfect. Everybody has a challenge. Everybody makes mistakes, but the difference is they do not dwell on that mistake. They do not allow that mistake to keep them down or to define them. They take on the challenge and then they forge ahead, So Do not be harsh. Do not be tough on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Allow yourself the space to grow, you know. And number 4, learn to be assertive. Learn to be assertive. Learn to be assertive. Speak positive things. Do not allow either. I see people, you know, because I think we have some people they're fond of always saying negative things, either playfully or just jokingly. They just say negative things around you or about you, either to your face or behind you. And then when you confront them about it, like, oh, I was just playing. Now, person know they follow you play. Please do not let negative comments around you. Do not let negative comments around you. Assert yourself. It might need you standing in front of the mirror and say, oh, you can do this, you're successful, you're smart, you have all it takes to take on this task. Do not be afraid. Go and get it. Go and get this done. Okay? So be very assertive of yourself. Be courageous. And you'll find yourself doing it. At first, it might be very, very hard. Yeah. You might feel very scared. It's very normal. But just go ahead. Just go ahead. Do it. Okay. The last one. Start saying no. Start saying no. While growing up and struggling with low self-esteem, I remember that I had always want to please everyone. I always want to please everyone, and that's not possible. You're going to destroy your life. Yes, you can't please everybody. And for me, I just felt like, oh, I just want to make everybody happy at the expense of my own happiness, at the expense of my own growth. I always want to make everybody happy. And so even if it was not comfortable for me, I would say, okay, yes, yes. And it didn't help me at all. So at the time, I began to say, no, sorry, I can't. I have to turn you down. It's not okay with me. Or sorry, I have to walk away. I'm not comfortable with that. That is when you start to, that's when you start to pull your mind out of low self-esteem. That even the people that saw you, that see you, or that used to see you as a failure, as a mediocre, when you start saying no to them, they will know that, this one, you mean business this time. They won't take you for a joke. So start saying no to things that you are not comfortable with. Start saying no to things that you are not okay with. Have your values. Have your boundaries. Do not let anyone walk into your space and shove their ideas, their values, their opinions down your throat without your permission. No. So start saying no. Now, I'll just highlight the major factor that helped me quickly pulled me out of low self-esteem. God factor. God helped me. Now, the period where I was waiting to write WAEC, that is when I met God. That's when I met God, by the grace of God. And I tell you, that was my defining period in my life, because it's like my life just flipped. I'm telling you, for the people that knew me as a teenager, they will tell you, they will affirm this. It's like my life just flipped. The girl that couldn't look people in the eye, the girl that couldn't speak up, always timid, I've even had an occasion where somebody warned a child about me and said, that girl, if she doesn't do well in academics, stop working with her so that you don't, he doesn't rub off on you. And that was me. So God was my flipping factor. And that feeling, it's just different knowing. It feels so different knowing that you have a divine being, a divine power, a supernatural power backing you up. And not just any kind of divine or supernatural being or power. It's the person that holds the universe in place. The person that holds this universe in place, that is the person backing you up. It feels differently. You're no longer afraid of, uncertainties, because you know what he said in his word. He said, before you even reach that point, I have gone ahead of you. and you begin to read his word, you begin to read the scriptures, begin to see that there is actually nothing to be afraid of. All your fears are like, they're like a mirage. They don't exist. So when I began to, pray, I think there was a point where I was assigned a task one time, and very close to the period where I was supposed to be delivered, deliver on the task, sorry, and I didn't even start. I didn't do anything. I was so afraid. I was so afraid. I mean, coming out of low self-esteem is such a huge battle. Yes. But I just prayed. I said, God help me. God help me. And I tell you, He helped me. I just prayed and I just found courage. I just found myself like a giant. Like, you can do this. You can do this. And I did it, and guess what? I even exceeded expectation. So God is a major factor. If you have not considered this God factor, please consider it. Because life is full of so many challenges, so many uncertainties. It is only the one that knows the end from the beginning of your life that can back you up, and you'll be sure that, oh, I don't have anything to worry about. So that is what I have to say. And I think I'll wrap up here. But before I wrap up, please, if you're watching this video and you can relate to what I am saying, or you once had an issue, you once struggled with low self-esteem, please share with us in the comment section below how you got out. Share with us your experience. Share with us how you overcame low self-esteem. Please, we would love to learn from you. Drop a comment for us. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. God bless you.